double.
Welcome to Los Angeles, California, the home of the Great Western Forum. And it's the site of today's matchup, where the Los Angeles Lakers play host to the Houston Rockets. Now let's take a look at some of the key matchups in today's game. Houston's Akeem Olajuwon still possesses his unstoppable dream shake in the low post. And Scottie Pippen's been a major contributor to the Rockets' success of the young season. Rookie guard Michael Dickerson gives the Rockets a formidable threat from the perimeter. And Charles Barkley returns to give the Rockets a boost on both ends of the floor. LA sports two new faces. Kurt Rambis is the coach, and seven-time rebounding champ Dennis Rodman also joins the squad. Shaquille O'Neal's power and dominance make him a terror in the paint. And forward Kobe Bryant's taking his exciting game to the next level. While guard Eddie Jones can drive and slash to the hoop when he's called upon. Now here's the starting lineups. For Houston, Othello Harrington and Scottie Pippen are the forwards, and Akeem Olajuwon's up front at center. In the backcourt, Michael Dickerson's the shooting guard, and Brent Price is the point guard. For LA, Travis Knight and Kobe Bryant man the forwards, and Shaquille O'Neal's the center. Eddie Jones starts at shooting guard, Derek Harper takes over at point guard. Rudy Tomjanovich is now in his 8th year as the Houston Rockets head man. And Kurt Rambis is the LA Lakers head coach. He's now in his 3rd game. We pick up the action in LA with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Rockets lead at 12-9.
The Lakers' first 2 games under Kurt Rambis were relatively easy wins against the winless Clippers. But they're in Phoenix tomorrow. They've got Phoenix twice this week, once here and once on the road. They've also got Seattle and then Utah a week from today. So that's when the test will come. And also for Dennis Rodman, guarding the likes of Gugliotta, Vin Baker, and Karl Malone. The ball was knocked away, and Houston keeps it.
6 seconds on the shot clock, so they must be aware and get something quickly off this inline out of bounds.
It's intercepted by Knight, and Harper is home free. He blows it, but he'll have a second chance. No effect on the scoreboard, some effect on his shooting percentage.
See, that's the thing that's hurt the Rockets. I talked to Rudy before the game, said careless turnovers were giving up easy scores, and that's one of the things they're going to have to do better.
Pippen surrounded by 3 Lakers, one of whom fouled him. Well, you were making this point as we talked about this game yesterday, Doug. The Rockets have a very high field goal percentage, in fact, 2nd in the league to Utah. But they're only 23rd in the league in field goal attempts because they play a relatively slow offense, especially when that guy, Charles Barkley, is in there, pounding the ball on the floor and backing in. And here comes Rodman, and also their high number of turnovers cut down their attempts.
Dennis Rodman has checked in, as you might as well hear in the background, so the excitement has now begun.
Pippen against Bryant, who got a piece of it, and it's scooped up by Derek Fisher, who's just checked in for the Lakers. Shaq with the hop, and he was fouled.
We pick up the action near the end of the first quarter with the Rockets leading 22-19.
Dickerson backs away from Shaq, 6 on the 24. 3 seconds to shoot. Bryce Drew has to force it and makes it. That's a 9-1-1 shot, but in an emergency it'll do.
Yes, it will, and I'm sure he'd love for that one to go in. He's a rookie who's really been struggling, but Rudy Tomjanovich thinks he's going to have a great career ahead of him.
Shaq was fouled by Miller, whose name is Anthony Miller, but who actually prefers to be called Pig. And look at his right arm. He has an oink tattoo up by the shoulder. Here's another interesting stat. According to New York Newsday, 35% of NBA players have at least one tattoo, as opposed to 4% of the rest of the American population. You don't get that kind of information just anywhere, Coach.
Does that mean you and I have to get tattoos now, or what?
I think we'll remain with the 96%. Fisher reaching in, trying to take it away from Drew, but couldn't save it.
You can see what the Rockets have done now. They've put their 3 best three-point shooters on the floor right now. So they're going to post Barkley. Shaquille is sitting down, but they're going to post Barkley. Pig Miller will dive to the offensive boards, and they'll put three three-point shooters around the arc. And out of the double team, Barkley will try to find the open man.
Shaq is out. Sean Rooks is in. And Rodman fouls Barkley. That's number 1 on Dennis as we check with Ahmad.
Bob, I have been watching the Dennis Rodman hype out here in Los Angeles, and there was so much talk about why he wears the number 73. And the reason being is 7 is for the 7 rebounding titles, 3 is for the 3 NBA championships in Chicago, 7 plus 3 equals 10, his old number at Detroit, and 73 backwards is his age, 37. Just thought I'd throw that in. That goes along with that tattoo stuff that you just were talking about.
And the hairstyle is a tribute to Laker purple and gold, although at first glance you might confuse it with some sort of marine camouflage motif.
Bob, how about the shape that Barkley's in for missing all this time? He looks in tremendous shape, so he's worked very, very hard to be able to get back early.
Fisher a long 3. Spins out. Rooks juggles the rebound, but eventually clutches it. A pass in for Rooks, and as Miller reached in trying to knock it away, there's a Houston foul. And it's number 2 on the Pig.
See, now you got to go to Antoine Carr, who will be in the game. He's coming off knee surgery, so the Rockets very thin. When I say thin, I mean in terms of the amount of big guys, not in terms of their weight as they come off the bench, because Antoine Carr, Pig Miller, both big guys, but not tall. And you need tall guys to contend against Shaquille O'Neal.
Miller goes out. Sean Rooks at the line was called by his former coach Del Harris the best third-string center in the NBA. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It might be sort of like being the valedictorian of summer school. Bryce Drew to the front court, guarded by Fisher. Barkley with Rooks up on him.
See if he gets the double team and finds the three-point shooter.
He muscles it up, and it spins out for him. Rodman pulls in his first rebound of this game. Derek Fisher driving on Drew, and a foul before the shot. Number 1 on the rookie.
So Derek Fisher started early in the season, and what I thought we saw from him, Bob, was almost the expectations of taking over for Nick Van Exel. He struggled, especially with his shooting early. And then Derek Harper came in and played well. So I really believe if they settle into this rotation and Fisher gets comfortable coming off the bench, he can have a lot of success against the backup point guards and get his confidence back. He had lost a lot of confidence early in this season.
Look at that field goal percentage in both roles. 29 and 26.
He's got to take good shots, and a lot of times what happens, he gets himself in a position where that ball comes out of the double team late, and he has to take long three-point shots or off-balance shots to beat the clock.
The Rocket lead is 3 in the last minute of the first quarter. Drew from Barkley, can't finish it. A well-executed play, but they don't get the payoff. Dickerson on Kobe, spinning on him, and a little hook is just short. Bryce Drew chases it down, 14 seconds.
See, the Lakers went too quickly with that shot. There was only about a 5-second differential. Now, the Rockets have plenty of time. Barkley loves to pull back and shoot a 3.
There it is, but it's short, an air ball grabbed by Rodman.
Now here's a look at the NBA's leading scorers. High-flying Allen Iverson of the Philadelphia 76ers leads the way, averaging over 28 points a game. Shaquille O'Neal is second, 2 points back. Gary Payton is third. Sharif Abdur-Rahim is fourth, followed by Karl Malone, Grant Hill, and Chris Webber.
120 years.
We're back at the Forum midway through the second quarter. The Lakers have the ball and a 1-point lead.
Harper doubled, bounces to Rodman. Here's Eddie Jones with the rookie Mobley on him.
They're going to have to protect Hakeem. He's got 2 fouls.
Nice pass from Shaq, but Jones couldn't finish it. Jones contends he was fouled. The officials don't agree. Cuttino Mobley is fouled by Eddie Jones at the other end.
Scotty's really taking this young guy under his wing. This guy's got great energy and talent and confidence. He said, I really have to just let him know that you can't go 100 miles on every possession. And on that last fast break, before the timeout, I saw him talking to him. It was a 4-on-2 break. He said, just let it develop.
Mobley's a rookie from Rhode Island, the Rockets' second-round pick. Olajuwon given a little room by Shaq. Now O'Neal is up on him, and the pass is knocked away by Rodman, but recovered by Harrington. Pippen on a nice pass from Brent Price. If this was hockey, Olajuwon would get the second assist because it was really a 2-pass basket. Bryant is wide open. It's short. Harrington stampedes to the bucket.
Can you see how different this Rocket team is? Oh, this is a team that used to never fast break. You look out on the perimeter now, they've got some young guys that can run with some depth, and also Harrington as a power forward can run, so they have some different options they've had in the past.
Shaq's little jumper. Second try.
Remember how we talk about with Shaq, when he lets that ball go, that you've got to go get your body into him, that he's been great at following up his own missed shots and getting them back. That's what we saw on that play.
Jumper by Pippen. Scotty, after a slow start, is in double figures with 10. Olajuwon, who scored only 11 in the team's first meeting this year, already has 12 in the first half today.
Well, Kobe did a good job early, but then remember he got to the line against Ori.
Rodman trying to excite the crowd, misses the 20-footer. Pippen. Hold on. Rodman clapping his hands. It's a Houston foul.
Number 32, Othello Harrington. Second personal.
The foul was on Othello Harrington, his second. Rodman goes not exactly to the bench, but out of the lineup.
This is a guy who hates to be taken out of the game. I mean, after the game is over, he'll ride the exercise bike for 2 hours, so energy's never been a problem. I mean, if he could, he'd like to play all 48 minutes.
He's a physical marvel at age 37.
That's what they were saying about you today in the workout room in between the games today, Bob. You were a physical marvel.
In some sense. Shaq. Fisher all alone. The three ties the game at 42. Olajuwon looking to work on Knight. Hold on. An illegal defense is called, and that's the first warning against Kurt Rambis's team.
You see the philosophy of what the Lakers are trying to do defensively. They have Travis Knight playing Olajuwon. They say he's big enough, we can bother him, and then they allow Shaq to roam around defensively. So that's what happens when you have a player out there you don't have to guard.
Shaq got a hand on it, knocked it away from Hakeem. Kobe. Now he's hit a couple in a row.
That was on balance. You could see he made his move, but before he took the shot, he got himself on balance and squared his shoulders.
Pippen behind the screen.
See, now Scotty's hit 2 jumpers, and they're going way underneath that screen, forcing him to do that. Shaq is going to have to show up, or they're going to have to do something, but Scotty's feeling it now with that outside J.
Shaq double teamed by Miller and Olajuwon. Bryant for 3. Saved by Jones to Shaq. And a foul as Mobley reached in and tried to wrest it away.
I really sense a lot of energy in the Rockets today. You know, even though they played yesterday, I don't think they would say a whole lot. I think this game is very important to them. I think with Rodman coming in and with the changes they've made, this is a very proud team now.
Well, the game's on national television, and Michael Jordan is sitting courtside.
That'll do it to you.
Derek Fisher from the head of the key. Travis Knight battling to keep it alive. Kobe. Pippen's pass is intercepted by Eddie Jones. Lakers by 2. Shaq knocked away by Olajuwon and saved by Pippen. Good play. Mobley over Jones. Kobe Bryant an easy rebound. Fisher in the lane.
Just too strong for Brent Price. Got his body on him, getting a little shoulder bump. And Bob, we talk about how important it is to end quarters and halves. Lakers right now finishing strong.
Timeout, Houston.
Let's rejoin our game with under 2 minutes left in the second quarter. The Lakers are up by 4.
Pippen on the run. Got it back. Olajuwon cuts the Laker lead to 2.
That was a proverbial trolley wire jumper there. That thing was a line drive. I don't know how that thing got in.
Hakeem has 14. A hot shooting first half. 7 of 9. Jones misses the 3, but Shaq most definitely does not miss the 2.
See, when he gets in there, there's no answer. When he gets on that offensive board like that, there's not a man or 2 men that can keep him away from the rim.
This seems astounding to say, but he outweighs Olajuwon by about 90 pounds. Pippen's 3 isn't there. Rebound Shaq. Knight's open. Doesn't get the bounce, and Pippen goes in between 3 Lakers for the rebound. Olajuwon, 8 of 10 in this half.
See, that's what Pippen gives them, a running game. They had no running game last year. Everything was pounded into post, double team, shoot threes. Now they have the capabilities to get some easy baskets. That time Olajuwon with a pull-up jumper.
Last 10 seconds of the half. Shaq with the screen for Kobe. And that'll do it. Fast-paced first half ends with the Lakers in front by a basket.
Amor, my love.
Let's take a look at the leading scorers. In the first half, the Rockets were led by Hakeem Olajuwon, who led all scorers with 16 points. Scottie Pippen had 12. Othello Harrington had 8. For the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal led the way with 12 points, followed by Kobe Bryant, who scored 10, and point guard Derek Fisher, who chipped in with 7. Welcome back for the second half. With under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Lakers have the ball, trailing by 6.
Robert Horry with the bounce to Shaq. Muscling in on Olajuwon, and a Houston foul.
Number 34, Hakeem.
And it's on Hakeem, his 3rd.
First team foul. Number 17, Rick Fox in the Laker lineup.
Rick Fox, who didn't play in the first half, checks in.
Now, interesting, Robert Horry was their first power forward off the bench here in the second half instead of Dennis Rodman. Remember, he came right in for Travis Knight, who started the game. This time it was Horry, and an early appearance here by Rick Fox into the game in the third quarter for Kobe Bryant.
Shaquille's usual backup, Eldon Campbell, is not here today. He's home with the flu. That's why we saw Sean Rooks in the first half, normally the 3rd-string center.
Well, their team is going to change now. Campbell probably going to be more of a backup center. Horry more of a backup power forward. Rick Fox the backup small forward. So guys are going to have more defined roles rather than the versatility they had before they got Rodman.
Price with a leader. In and out. Rebound Jones. Shaq. Look out below.
He turned and faced the double team, and what happened? One of the guys left him an open path right to the basket. Look out below is right.
Olajuwon cutting in between Horry and O'Neal and traveling in the process.
One has a foul and one has traveling. Mike Mathis has the travel first. That will take precedence, so the Lakers will get the ball.
Shaq to the cutting Fox, off his hands, but hold on, says Mike Mathis. Well, it's another one on Olajuwon, and that will be his fourth.
I think he just got a technical also.
A technical foul against the team.
So Olajuwon picks up his fourth foul, plus the technical, and takes a seat.
See, Akeem, the third foul that he picked up, Shaquille wheeled in there in the lane, sort of threw himself at the basket as Eddie Jones shoots a tee. And then that one, out of the double team, he reached back and actually fouled the cutter.
Fisher for Harper now. After Jones hits the tee. Lakers looking for the tying basket. Or the lead with a three. Ties it.
If he's going to make that shot, you're not going to stop him. They did a great job there. Antoine Carr pushed him off the block. That was a fading jumper from about 10 feet. Those are the shots you have to make him make.
19 for Shaq. Scott it. Carr has it rattle out on him. Fox at the other end.
Shaq wants the ball in that block once again.
And he's got it. Harrington over with Carr on the double team and a whistle. A 3-second, but no, illegal defense. Illegal defense is called against the Rockets, and Rudy T is hot.
First violation.
He called it on Brent Price off the ball, and I could not see. It looked like he got down below the foul line. But it was hard to pick that one out. That one came so quickly. They had Shaq pinned over in the corner.
Fresh 24 for the Lakers. Game tied at 64. They swing it to Eddie Jones. And the rebound is taken by Harrington. Barkley getting ready to check in for the Rockets. Off Harrington's hands, taken by Fisher, who pushes it back the other way. Shaq was bumped by Carr as he received the pass.
We jump ahead with under 5 minutes to play in the third. The Lakers now lead it by 3.
Rockets opened the quarter on a 12-4 run, but the Lakers have answered with a 13-2 spurt. Barkley against Horry, who denies him. Now slings it ahead to Jones. Rudy T makes the sign of the T. He wants time. 3:58 to play in the third. Lakers by 5.
Welcome back to Los Angeles for more third quarter action between two Western Conference rivals, the Rockets and the Lakers.
Here's Pippen's line so far. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, but...
Yeah, all the minutes, and they put 3 different defenders against him to try to wear him down. You've seen Kobe Bryant, you've seen Rick Fox, you've seen Eddie Jones. So they're trying to keep a fresh body on him and wear him down. And again, they went from an 8-point lead to a 5-point deficit. So this 13-point run has really forced Rudy T's hands now. They maybe have to be able to go inside to Barkley, but how healthy is he right now?
We talked earlier about all the minutes Pippen has played. Second most in the league. Carr misses off the baseline and a flat-footed rebound to Shaq. Fisher, hold on, offensive foul.
No basket, offensive foul, number 2.
That's number 1 on Derek.
That's where Fisher's got to see that the defense is back. He broke the free throw line, no place to go. That's where you pull it back. You get yourself a good possession and a score. You're on a nice little run right now. You don't want to turn it over with an offensive foul.
Here come the Rockets, who have missed their last 6 shots from the field. Horry left alone with Barkley. Can't handle him this time.
See, he can slow the pace of the game down right now and let Scotty rest. If he'll get in that post and deliver, the pace of the game will slow way down. Got him.
Catch and shoot by Shaq. Horry trying to follow. The foul is on him over the back of Barkley.
You know, it's interesting. I'm watching Kurt Rambis today. And remember the other night we watched him against the Clippers, how quiet and all he was. Today, a little bit more of a game. Realized he was going to beat the Clippers. More animated, more excited as Rodman comes in the game. The crowd chanting for Rodman, and they get their wish.
This is Dennis's first appearance of the second half. He played 13 minutes with those numbers in the first half. Jones stepped in front of Dickerson, picked it off, and then saved it. But Pippen takes it right back. Those long arms of Scottie Pippen. Jones knocked it away from Barkley. Houston ball.
See, Antoine Carr tried to make like a guard in the middle of the floor. He didn't realize Eddie Jones got into the passing lane. But Bob, how well you described the long arm of Scottie Pippen, how he disrupts the passing lanes.
7-time first-team all-defense. Barkley. Rick Fox tried to get back and then tried to make like Jerry Rice diving for a pass but couldn't come up with it. Speaking of Jerry Rice, how long before the Lakers get Glenn Rice? And if they do, how do you distribute the shots between Rice, Kobe, and Shaq?
Well, that'll be Kurt Rambis' problem if they do that.
And aren't you glad that you're here and not there?
Yes, I am, Bob. I was thinking that same thought.
The stress level is much lower.
Well, being around you now is not easy, but it is lower. There's no question about that.
But there's only one of me. You don't have 12 guys to worry about anymore. Here's Barkley. Carr keeps it alive. Dickerson. Back rims it, and Rooks is there. Lakers by 1. Nice pass underneath, but Jones couldn't do anything with it. 3 seconds to shoot. Fisher misses. Rodman chases it down.
Great hustle play there by Rodman. Again, the intangibles that he brings. See if they can take advantage of the offensive rebound.
The jumper by Fox is good for 3.
Get some 3 points. That could be a 5 to 6 point swing. The 2 or 3 you don't get, the 3 they get.
Rodman on Barkley. And a whistle. It's Rodman, his second.
Foul number 73 is Rodman.
Watch Rodman track this ball down. Some people just know where the ball is going to be. Great energy, great hands, gets his team another possession. Fox then converts in the corner on the 3-point shot to give the Lakers a 4-point lead.
With Rodman, it isn't just how effectively he plays. He's an energizing type player to his teammates, to the crowd. When he's on his game, he is such an enjoyable guy to watch play. Not for all the bogus celebrity reasons, but because of the unique way in which he plays the game.
I would agree completely with that. The thing about it is you'd like to be able to harness that every night. And what's going to happen against the inferior teams? I think that's the big concern.
Bullard got the rebound off the Barkley miss, but then he misses. Rebounding foul coming up, and it's against the Rockets.
We pick it up near the end of the third quarter with the Lakers clinging to a 3-point lead.
Minute 1 to play in the third.
See, now Barkley goes to the line, he misses 2. They can bring his team back to 2. Now Rodman has a chance, if he can make both these free throws, to push it back to 6 to give his team a little bit of a cushion.
How much of a winner has he been? Outside of several players with the Celtic dynasty of the 50s and 60s, only 3 players have more rings than Rodman's 5. You just saw one of them, Michael Jordan. The other 2, Scottie Pippen and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 1 of 2. Nice pass to Price, who lays it in off the feed from Anthony Miller. Rooks against Miller. Hits the hook.
See, Anthony Miller's got to hold his ground there. He allowed Rooks just to back him down. Bob, you got to get the forearm out. You got to put the arm bar in the back, and you got to hold your ground.
Game clock overlaps the shot clock by about 4 seconds. Price lost it, but Miller picks it up, and Barkley cleans up the mess. Collecting the garbage. That's always been something Barkley has done so well. Here's Fisher. Sprinting back is Price. Does he have time? He throws it over the glass.
That wouldn't have counted. Anytime it goes over the board, that's a violation. But what he did was important, because had he not touched it, the Lakers would have gotten the ball underneath their basket. So the great hustle, at least the Lakers now have to inbound it.
Let's take a look at the league's top workhorses. Vancouver's Sharif Abdur-Rahim leads the league, playing just under 42 minutes a game. Jason Kidd and Scottie Pippen are next, averaging 41 minutes a game, while Tony Kukoc and Alonzo Mourning are on the floor for more than 40 minutes. Allen Iverson and Kerry Kittles round out the top 7.
He has a dozen.
He's really an amazing athlete. When you think the guy's just come off surgery, and to be able to come out and play like this today, he's really an incredible athlete. Sometimes it gets lost with Charles.
Fox hits the 3. So Fox, who was listed as a starter early in the year, and a combination of injury and the emergence, the acquisition of Dennis Rodman, who knows exactly where he is on Rambus's depth chart. But he's contributed today. He scored 11.
We pick up the action with under 10 minutes to play in the game. The Lakers lead it by 11.
They've got Pippen, Barkley, and Olajuwon on the floor now. And Shaq is not out there. It's Rooks guarding Olajuwon, who goes to work on him and is fouled.
Hakeem was getting ready to get into the dream shake, and it looked like Sean Rooks maybe bumped him a little bit, but not really happy with that call is Kurt Rambis.
Hakeem again. And he's fouled again. Olajuwon has 18 points, but only 2 of them in the second half.
Well, he was 8 for 10 shooting in the first half, a lot of them on jumpers and easy baskets. But, you asked me a while ago, Bob, about how has Hakeem slowed down. Well, it used to be that if he had a backup center like Sean Rooks against him, you would go in there every time and he would score easily or make something happen. You could see in those 2 possessions, he had to really work to get fouled.
Here's what's happened the last few seasons. There was a time when Michael was off playing baseball, when Olajuwon was probably the best player in the NBA. The blocks are about half of what they once were. At one time, he was blocking more than 4 a game. And the scoring has gone from 27, 28 a game to around 16. He misses them both.
See, that's really a deflator for your team as you're trying to come back. Now the Lakers can push it to 13, and Shaq is in and well rested.
As Bryant receives the pass, there's an offensive foul called on the Lakers.
Offensive foul number 8, Kobe Bryant.
And it's on Kobe.
beautiful move. Rodman came over to take the charge. It looked like in midair, Scotty jumped around him.
Now he pokes it away into the hands of Drew, who gets it back from Scotty. Now returns it to him, and that one wouldn't stay down. Olajuwon gives them a fresh 24. And Barkley gives them does not give them 2 points. He blew an easy one inside. Rodman was trying to call a timeout.
There's the smart play you talked about. Realizing he was falling out of bounds, Rodman calls the timeout.
Olajuwon missed the 2 free throws, and Barkley blew a layup. That hurts.
We move ahead with under 8 minutes left in the game. Houston has the ball, trailing by 12.
Olajuwon hits from the head of the key. 20 for Akeem. Kobe. Soft move.
See, again, matchups. Cuttino Mobley's playing Kobe Bryant. They took their time, put Kobe in the post, no double team. Kobe just turned, raised over the top of him, shot it, knocked it in.
Fox on Pippen. Olajuwon screening for Scotty. And Mobley couldn't hold on to Barkley's pass.
See, Bob, you know, we talk so much about matchups. The reason the game is such a game of matchups is because of the illegal defense. You see something that you like, you get a guy in his scoring area, and if he doesn't get a double team, he has the advantage. If he does, then he creates an open shot for somebody else. They're going right back to it again. If you don't stop it once, make them come and do it again.
He misses it off the glass, and Barkley has position on Rodman. Price collides with Fisher, and the foul is on Derek Fisher. That's 2 on him.
See, I really like what Kurt Rambis is doing here right now with Derek Fisher, too. As a young man who has been struggling with his confidence, he has him out on the floor right now, really with his better team. He's got him out there with Rodman, Shaq, Kobe, and Rick Fox. All these little things right now to get the confidence back that you're going to need to finish this season, especially winning the playoffs.
Rockets trying to cut into a 12-point deficit. Brent Price. To Olajuwon. Nice assist for Price behind the back. Shaq. And a foul.
So deep, there was nothing Olajuwon could do. I mean, he got below the dotted line.
And that's 5 on Olajuwon. Shaq to the line. He scored 19. And he's stuck there for the moment. He had 19 in each of their last 2 games, wins over the Clippers, and that served to lower his scoring average to 26-8, entering the game second in the league to Philadelphia's Allen Iverson, who leads him by 2 full points at 28.8.
But see, Shaq is so good and so big and so strong. He's going to get 25, 26 points just by being out there and being active. He's not going to have to touch it every time down the floor.
Either Houston makes a move in the next couple of minutes or they wave the white flag. Here's Price. Tough shot, missed it badly. Board position for Derek Fisher, who takes the rebound from his guard spot. Out to Fox. And timeout Houston. Rick Fox, who didn't play in the first half, has scored 18 points in the second on a perfect 6 for 6.
He's taken over his body,
Fox Mulder, FBI.
his home,
Mulder.
and now he's having the time of someone else's.
The game, shooting 58% from the field, the best mark to this point in the season in the league.
Now, you said Scotty was all-league defense, 7 straight years, correct? Is that what you said? Did you see the move that Kobe Bryant put on him, the baseline? Just absolutely frozen.
Shaq from Rodman. Stay right here, says Mike Mathis. No basket.
Now, this move by Kobe Bryant, now this is Scottie Pippen that's playing, and watch this move. Watch Scotty just locks him. He actually is out of the picture when he makes the jump shot. You think Kobe in his mind doesn't know that Michael Jordan's sitting over there right now critiquing everything that he does?
Kobe told us yesterday, matter-of-factly, and in response to a question, it wasn't a proclamation, yeah, I feel almost always in a one-on-one situation, no one can really defend me. They might push me out and make me miss the shot, but they cannot deny me a shot.
I think the one thing, and I think Isaiah said it very well in the studio the one day, is he has that kind of ability, but he doesn't need to do it on every play. Pick and choose your spots. He's going to grow to learn how to do that.
Pippen with Kobe on him and a jump ball as he ties him up. So this means something to Kobe, even though the game is locked up. Bryant having his moments against Pippen.
He realizes Scottie Pippen is a 6-time world champion and he's one of the top 50 all-time players. And he realizes that you get your notoriety by playing and playing well against those people, but more importantly, beating those people. And the Rockets today played well, but the Lakers just wore them down, Bob. You said at halftime if it was close, who would the game go to? You said the Lakers. You were absolutely correct. Younger legs, fresher, and deeper.
And the tip belongs to the Lakers. Shaq has gone out with 22 points. Rodman leaves with 10 rebounds. Hakeem had 22 for the Rockets. 16 of them came in a red-hot first half. Nice pass from Fox tonight. Rick Fox has been a big story today. Here's Brent Price.
He looks like he's got a little quickness back after that horrible knee injury he suffered, and he could be a big piece to this Rocket puzzle in the playoffs if he can give him that kind of point guard play and hit the three.
Pippen out there till the bitter end. Bryant hits from behind the screen. Tomjanovich asked for time. Not so much for strategy as to get some people out of there and clear his bench in the last 122.
We're back with under a minute to play. The Lakers are in total control.
The Lakers are about to break their national TV Sunday afternoon hex. They had lost on NBC to the Jazz, the Pacers, and the Sonics on successive Sundays. Knight taps it back to Bryant. The Rockets have a day off tomorrow, then they're home against the Spurs Tuesday and home against the Clippers Thursday. So in this compacted schedule, that's a breather. This was their 9th game in 13 days. Fisher recovers it, 3 seconds to shoot, Knight will.
Once again, the Lakers win at 106-90. See you next